What do you think the key to that is going to be actually going forward? Because, you know, what we're seeing here is Andrew Cuomo trying to do this, the governor, who's a Democrat, obviously, doing this post-partisan thing where he's talking about reaching across the aisle, he's talking about working with Republicans, but you actually are seeing, or at least during the campaign, I talked to a lot of the successful GOP House candidates, and they talked about rolling back things that Barack Obama had done, chiefly health care, and now there's a fight about it. Although there was some nonpartisan, if you will, pragmatism and working together during the not-so-lame duck session between the Republicans and the president. But do you think the polarized route is going to be not the way to go going forward in order to retain seats in states like New York?
Well, I think it's less a matter of polarization and more a matter of effective and accurate representation. You know, I've been meeting with the incoming class of freshmen from New York and other states and letting them know, which is they're very receptive to, that representative is not just their title, it's their job description. A lot of them did win because their voters were very unhappy with the votes taken by a lot of the Democrat members. They were very unhappy. I've been through all of their polling in every pocket of New York with the health care vote. Look no further than Michael Arcuri in New York 24, who voted for the health care bill the first time around, heard outrage from his constituents in upstate New York, and then voted with the Republicans the second time around. There was really widespread bipartisan opposition to a bill. Just because it's opposition doesn't mean it doesn't have to be done in a bipartisan manner, and that's what we saw in the last Congress. I think that going forward, people are going to be very mindful of what's most important to the people in their district, and they're going to vote accordingly. And as for Governor Cuomo, I think you saw in his opening remarks and in what he seems to be doing in his first 100 hours during the kind of honeymoon phase, he sounds an awful lot like a conservative. He sounds an awful lot like a Republican, and I think that the more he emulates, you know, a Chris Christie type of northeastern fiscal conservative Republican, the more he's going to stay in high favor with a lot of New Yorkers, and in my opinion, ultimately, you know, take my partisan hat off, the more effective and successful he's going to be, which is something I think every New Yorker wants and needs at this point.
Now, Bob, actually, you're a New York